play of the drive that started at their own 25. McCoy lunges, end zone, touchdown Buffalo.
They go back behind Richie Incognito.
Right 20!
From 15.
Touchdown! There is a flag out. Decker with the catch.
The big thing is, can they protect Tyrod Taylor?
3rd and 12, and Taylor's first pass way down the field, and it is caught in stride by Goodwin for the touchdown. 84 yards, and he beat Darrell Revis. 3rd and 6. Taylor hesitated for a moment, now breaks outside. Down the field, he's got a man open, and it's caught at the 30 by Salas. The former Jet takes it home for the touchdown. 71 yards. And caught, reaching back for it, and the ball is out of the pile, and taken off with it is Roby Coleman to the end zone.
1st and goal. Blunt, right side, touchdown.
So quickly, but you'd like him to take advantage of the opportunity, and that is exactly what he's doing.
There's Blunt. Blunt breaking it inside the 20 and all the way home for the touchdown. And stops to pose for a picture.
That ball can touch the ground, but you've got to maintain possession. I don't think he ever had possession.
No challenge for the Cardinals, and on the next play, LaShawn McCoy takes it all the way for a Bills touchdown. 24 yards. A 31-yard attempt. High snap. Catanzaro chasing after the ball. It's still loose, and then picked up by Aaron Williams. And Williams will take it all the way.
Even if they can't overcome this, just to get the young guy going into this offense without Decker. Fitzpatrick hit as he throws, and there's no signal, and so instead Peake's going to run all the way to the end zone.
Has hit 8 in a row. Heavenstein the block at the right tackle. Oh, it's picked up on the play by Roby Coleman, and there he goes, a block into the house.
They are a strong playoff candidate in the AFC. Here's Gillislee breaking it. Gillislee will score another Bills touchdown. At 80.
Entering the day 1-4. There's Ajayi.
Breaking free again, and this will put it on ice. 62 yards for the Dolphins touchdown.
Defense in the league, and it's been bizarro world here this afternoon. On 1st down, Tyrod Taylor looking long, looking for Goodwin. He's got it in stride. He'll walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. 67 yards. Goodwin beat Michael Thomas.
From the gun, Taylor looking to run. Taylor accelerates. Tyrod Taylor, touchdown. Powell in 3rd and 10. Getting a block from Johnson, and look at this run. Look at that block by Marshall. Over the pylon, it is a touchdown. 35-yard touchdown run, Bilal Powell.
180. Forte, running room, left side, to the 10, the 5, touchdown. He comes back in on defense. I notice he's not out there right now for this kickoff coverage. Bodes well for field position. And this is Kenyon Drake. Drake to the 20, 25, breaking through and up the middle. Drake, midfield, and he could go.
Rivers got rid of it, intercepted! Picked off by Kiko Alonso! Alonso to the 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown! "59 yards.
If you look at what Gronk and Bennett have been able to do since then, it's been a pretty nice attack for the Patriots.
3rd and 8, Brady got it away and completed it! This is Malcolm Mitchell for the touchdown!
First time since week 4 in London, the Jaguars have had a halftime lead. McCoy on first down, has some room. LaShawn McCoy off to the races, chased by Cyprien. McCoy will go the distance, 75 yards.
That's it, Blunt in the eye. They'll run it, Blunt, right side, a lot of room. LeGarrette Blunt, full force forward, inside the 10. Touchdown!
Go! Penalty marker flies as Powell goes left side to the 10, to the 5, touchdown! Let's check the flag.
One of the 4 rookie head coaches this year in the NFL at 8-5. Pressure coming. Moore gets hit. Puts it up top. Racing is Stills, who's got it. Kenny Stills. Touchdown Dolphins. 52 yards as Moore hangs in against the blitz.
Sean McCoy and Gillisley gives him a break. Taylor has time, going for it all to the end zone, and it is caught. Sammy Watkins, touchdown.
Unfortunately for the Raiders, it'll be Matt McGloin as their quarterback. That one bounces, and no one on the Bills goes to get it. Now Gillisley tracks it down in the end zone.
You can't let it go.
That's a touchdown. Yeah. What are the Bills doing? Doug Middleton falls on it for the Jets. Probably the easiest touchdown he'll ever have.
Different rushers and receivers handling the football on that series for Houston.
What it takes, 12-play drives to usually score against this defense, even a field goal.
It's Dion Lewis. From the 2 and taken off. He's taken off. Peters trying to chase him. That is not a fair match. Lewis is going to break it. 98 yards.
A wide receiver uncovered.
Hogan, that's his third down conversion. Back to him they go. The flea flicker. Brady to the end zone, and it's a New England touchdown. Right back to Hogan again.
Here's Edelman broken up, and the pass is no sign yet. Edelman comes down with a football, and they're saying it's a catch. 319! Toss to White. He's in! Patriots win the Super Bowl! Brady has his 5th. What a comeback!
Raiders press the line. McCown hooks a pass. Deep ball. Looking for it all. Carr for the touchdown. Jermaine Kearse. The Jets are on the board.
Play clock is down to 1. McCown gets it off. He's throwing long on the near side for Anderson. He's got him into the open field. Touchdown Jets. No flags.
In the offensive plan.
Ryan got hit as he released the football. It's incomplete. Bills are running it back with Jerry Hughes, and a touchdown. Now Terry McCauley was waving his hands in the backfield when that ball was thrown. Hughes with the hit, Tre'Davious White with the touchdown.
Right there at fullback, big man.
Caught a pass last week. It's Bilal Powell on first down. Powell getting across to 30. They say he wasn't down. Powell still going. Nobody touched him. Powell to the end zone. yards rushing. His career high is 149. This time it's McGuire on the carry. And McGuire has got some room. Will they get him? McGuire will go! Touchdown, Jets! 69 yards! His first NFL touchdown. And it gives the Jets a 16-10 lead. Second down and 20. Pressure coming. Castle is decked and incomplete. Kiko Alonso came unblocked, and Castle is slow to get up.
Strong hitter, that's what he is.
Carr right back to Washington. He lost the football right to Milano. Milano with blockers. Milano will go! Touchdown, Buffalo!
Yeah, he's definitely helped him. He looks good.
Second and 15. We just mentioned it. Anderson. Did he hold on? Yes! Touchdown, Jets.
And McManus will send it down toward Dion Lewis. And this will be returnable from a yard in the end zone. Here comes Lewis. Lewis down the sideline. Lewis still on his feet. And he will be not tackled, and if he stays in bounds, and he does, it is a touchdown. That's 103 yards. Dion Lewis skirting the sideline right in front of the Denver bench.
When he decided to return to Carolina, that this team is a Super Bowl contender. Third down and 1. Look out. Running room for Kenyon Drake.
They catching him.
They do, but it's too late. In the end zone, touchdown. 66 yards and no flags on the play.
What a run by Drake. Right off the left side behind Laramie Tunsil.
We saw Bill yesterday. He was in town calling college basketball.
Bad snap.
Rolling around, Brady trying to get to it. Oh, it's scooped up by Jones. Stays on his feet for the touchdown. Rashad Jones, a hustle play to track it down and remain upright.
Right after the spike, gets at the 32-yard line. McCown looking for the end zone, and Anderson in double coverage. He came down with the ball, but did he get both feet in? It's a touchdown to Robbie Anderson. Battled through a lot of injuries as well, to be fair, and now McCown steps out of trouble, looking down the field, and he is going to let it fly, and that is Anderson, and a touchdown!
Third this year for Thomas. Starting from the 25, Trevor Simeon's pass, and it's going to be intercepted. Xavier Howard, touchdown.
The dying cockroach, you hope he falls over the top of you.
Tough images here, Mark, you're given. Kenyon Drake breaks a tackle, gets inside the 30, racing to the end zone, and Kenyon Drake scores.
Here he goes, third down play, fakes the spike, still has it, now fires, and it's intercepted! It's intercepted to save the game by Harmon, and the Patriots are going to win it. Absolutely amazing.
Well-coached football team, this Buffalo Bills there.
37. Pass, intercepted, jumping the route was Poyer, and Poyer's got a pick six.
There it is, Buffalo. You might be looking at yourselves coming into New England. Maybe the playoffs this year. This is a different Bills team, well coached. The disguise by Poyer and this staff fools Brady. Thinks it's cover 2.
Inside the 20 with a new set of downs. Here's Brady. Pass. What a catch! Gronkowski, touchdown.
Wally is in at right tackle for the Jets. Make the Jets sweep. Instead, it's a toss for Powell. He's got the angle. Powell. He's got blockers. Powell working the sidelines. Powell goes all the way. Touchdown, Jets. Big run for Bilal Powell. 57 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying it up.
Brady under center, 2nd and goal. Fake it to White. Looking around, has time, throws it. Did he get the feet down? What an effort! Touchdown, Amendola!
Hogan's already caught 3 for 83. Brady's thrown for 234 to this point. Big hole left side, James White. Inside the 10, takes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots.
Comes up, takes it 1 yard deep and brings it out. Finds a lane. Shaquille Grant. He may go all the way. Grant is in. Touchdown, Miami.
Interesting guy.
He found himself, and now he's found a quarterback, and another interception for the Jets defense. Darren Lee. It's a pick 6 for New York, 35 yards. And they get Stafford for the 3rd time tonight. He's back at his own 25. And he's going to give it a go. Breaking a tackle out across the 40, trying to get by the punter, Martin. Dancing down the sidelines, staying in bounds. Touchdown, New York. Andre Roberts with the punt return for 6.
Miami offense from just inside the 35. Tannehill holding on, now going deep, has a man in the end zone, caught! Kenny Stills, touchdown!
Kenny Stills is the big, deep threat that the Dolphins like to take advantage of because of his speed. One of their timeouts before the 2-minute warning.
This is Albert Wilson. Albert Wilson on his way! They're not going to catch him! Touchdown, Miami!
And a return of 28 yards. Handoff here to Michelle. Sony Michel with a stiff arm. Sideline. Touchdown.
Preseason, trying to get up to speed at the NFL game. Dean Pease, their defensive coordinator, looking on. Here comes Allen. We know he can run with it. Breaking a tackle. Allen loads his end zone. Touchdown. Incredible play by the rookie.
He knows the personnel very well. I mean, he spent a lot of time with both Andy Dalton and A.J. Green in practice for the 2 seasons he was here as an assistant.
Huber to Grant. He'll dance and drive and break tackles. It's a foot race with Huber. Here he comes. Grant racing inside the 5. 70-yard return to the 2. Former track star from Mesquite, Texas.
Quick enough. On 2nd and 10. Quick pass, and that one is intercepted by the Jets. Touchdown, Morris Claiborne.
type of tailback. They have Kenyon Barner as well, the 6-year veteran formerly with Carolina and Philadelphia. From the 5, Patterson. Patterson. He's got track level speed. Patterson is gone. 95 yards. Cordero Patterson. Touchdown. It's blocked. Ball trying to get scooped up by New England, and they do. Going in for the touchdown, Van Noy. Patriots go in front. On special teams, Dante Hightower comes firing through for New England.
Intercepted. Devin McCourty in stride, running past lineman. Anderson with a blocker in front, can't get to him. How about an 85-yard pick six?
Second down and 9. Bad snap again. Donald corrals it, and he's picked off. On the return, it's Baker, and Baker scores! That all started with the snap. Robert Foster was called up off the practice squad yesterday. Play clock, they just get it off. And a handoff to McCoy with some room. McCoy inside the 10, 5, and he is in. Touchdown! 2 plays, 6 points for Buffalo.
Third down and 4 for Marcus Mariota. It's picked off. Intercepted on the play by Tremaine Johnson. He's got Adams ahead inside the pylon. That's a Jets touchdown. And their first takeaway in 6 games. Mariota has thrown a pick 6.
Riding high at 3-0. And they got plopped back down to earth. Brady, deep shot, touchdown! Cordero Patterson, a cannon from Brady. 37-yard strike. 7 seconds left. Tannehill will throw it. And this will end it after the shovel, or will it? Miami running around, circling. Oh, look out! Gronkowski didn't have the angle. Touchdown! Oh, Kenyon Drake! A miracle! Miraculous in Miami! Stills to Parker to Drake. A lateral heard round the world.
19 interceptions on the season. They could use one now.
But they don't have Xavier Howard, who has 7 of them. Oh, intercepted! Picked off by Fitzpatrick. Now a race, and Fitzpatrick will win it for the touchdown. A pick 6. Fitzpatrick stepping in for Xavier Howard. All right, Evan, Ballage in there to open up this second half. Tannehill is 6 of 12 for 52 yards. The call is to Ballage. Big hole, and Ballage down the sideline. He will go. Touchdown, Dolphins. Bang! Here in the third quarter for Miami.
Kumaro in his 4th NFL game with his 3rd reception, his first touchdown. Roberts on the return for the Jets. Roberts still going. Andre Roberts, the Pro Bowler, will take it all the way. 99 yards for a Jets touchdown.
How about that answer? Oh, Andre Roberts.
1 timeout left for Buffalo, and intercepted. And this could be a pick 6. clock races on. Allen with the tackle on Rashad Jones. But he is in, and Miami has a chance to tie it up.
This is a classic rookie mistake. A terrible interception by Josh Allen, who, by the way, I told you, I really like this kid.
Enunwa out with the ankle injury. Curse out with the Achilles injury. Darnold loses the ball, and it's scooped up by Van Noy. Kyle Van Noy takes it for the touchdown. Van Noy goes the distance.
All kinds of time for Brady to go for it. To the end zone, and it's caught for the touchdown. Philip Dorsett.
New England tried to play action earlier. I can't see it here. This has to be a run.
Second and goal. To Burkhead. Burkhead to the end zone. Hello, Super Bowl. New England is heading back again for the third straight year.
Four in the secondary. Devin Singletary in the backfield. Bills have it after a Jets punt. First and 10, that's deflected and picked up. Mosley, he'll take it in. It's a pick six.
Like 20! He's actually playing right guard at camp. He's now the starter at left tackle. Fitzpatrick sprint out, intercepted, and goodbye. Stephon Gilmore, touchdown on a pick six. And he burned his former teammate. Miami pitched a shutout yesterday. University of Miami. The Hurricanes beat Bethune-Cookman 63-0. Fitzpatrick, plenty of time. Bobbled and picked off. Another mistake, and Jamie Collins makes them pay. Touchdown, Patriots. It's a Patriot pummeling.
You're going to have a role, an assignment. They're going to play, and it's very different each week. Very game plan specific approach to football here in New England.
Lachlan Edwards punting to the rookie punt return man, Olszewski, and a muff, Millette, and grabbed by the Jets, and that is a touchdown. 3rd and 14.
And there's not a better place in football to learn.
The block by Junie. That's picked off. They're going to come the other way, and this is Jamal Adams with a block and a pick six.
Across the board. Right now they're soft here at the slot. Jones for Hilliman. On 3rd down, ball comes out. Picked up by the Patriots, and Van Noy dives. And they mark him out at the 2.
To try and recover it.
Sanders high up in the air, and Micah Hyde has it, and there he goes! Micah to the house!
He's turned it into a big score, and that game turned quickly. Jakeem Grant's going to play it here with a buck 20 to play in the half. Grant is a firecracker, still going. Grant! And Grant, it's a foot race, and he will score!
No, he did. Oh, my goodness. That didn't go well. Pass over the middle, in the air, picked off! To the end zone, touchdown! Brian Poole!
On 1st and 15, Dalton picked off. Gilmore down the sideline. See you later. Touchdown, New England. 2nd pick of the day for Stephon Gilmore. So it is Patriots football. 1st down and 10 at the Cincinnati 34. Here's another former Bengal, Rex Burkhead. Nice moves. Rex to the house.
You don't want to give anything away because we don't know, but I'm guessing. 2nd and 13. Allen deep drop. Hit as he throws it downfield for Brown. Who's got it? John Brown breaks free and scores. Touchdown, Buffalo. We told you it was shot play area, and Brown connects to put the Bills on top. Started off in scouting right out of college and then worked his way into the coaching ranks. And Bill Belichick had many great compliments when talking about Brian Flores.
Picked off. Going to the end zone is Eric Rowe for the touchdown.
And I'm not even sure who that football was for. It was in between. It was in between Julian Edelman and Sony Michel. And next thing you know,
the Dolphins are celebrating.
It's going the other direction.
2nd and 6 now. End around. John Brown is going to look to pass. Looking for Allen. He's got it. Touchdown Bills on a trick play to start things off.
Third down and 7. Quick pass to Crowder, trying to get him out in space. Slips a tackle, and there he goes. Crowder breaks free. It's a foot race, and Crowder is in there.
Already down a starter as Wilson retreats off the play fake, and that's going to be intercepted, tipped, and picked off, and the Patriots will take the early lead.
20! What's up? For the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo, Tyler Kroft. The Bills have the lead.
He's been trying to just piece this defense together as best he can.
A blitz. Darnold is able to stay upright. Wow, what a play by Darnold. Wanted to go down, still going. Inside the 10 for the touchdown. There are no flags, and that is all Sam Darnold. He throws and picked. That is Desir. Down the sideline and in for the touchdown.
On first down, looking to throw. Taking a deep shot for Devontae Parker. Marcus May all over him, and May breaks it up. The ball never touched the ground. And now they're saying he was down, but it is an interception.
Goff hit. Ball comes loose. Dolphins have it. Across midfield, it's Van Ginkel. And he will take it all the way for a Dolphins score.
They want to have a chance to win this game. Jones spent 5 seasons in Dallas. Another terrific kick by Hecker. Forced Grant all the way back to the 13. And now another big return by Jakeem Grant. Still going. Grant will take it all the way. 88 yards.
There's a lot of people up there in the box. They're going to drop out. Everybody's not going to come after Murray.
Murray feeling the pressure. He's in trouble. Loses the football. It's scooped up by Shaq Lawson. Lawson off to the races, and he will score. Looking end zone. He's got a man. Gesicki.
Los Angeles territory at the Charger 49, and Flacco gonna go deep inside the 10-yard line, and the catch is made by Brashad Perriman for the touchdown.
But I've never had a guy with the attention to detail of Bill Belichick. Here's the punt by Ty Long. He back is Gunnar Olszewski from the 31-yard line. Blocked by Slater, and that opens up the door. There was also a block in there from the defensive back. That was Rashad Berry, and he's in for the touchdown. Into 58-yarder to get on the board by Michael Badgley. And that is blocked, and it's picked up on the play and grabbed by McCourty. And here comes Devin, who will take it in.
They've thrown it every down on this series. Tua toward the end zone. What a catch! Took it away.
Long run he has of attempts without a sack. Now at 272. Making 273, but he threw a pick. Back the other way from Buffalo. Taron Johnson will score. Touchdown Bills.
Drew Lock from the 25-yard line. Stepping up. Lost the football. That's loose, and Jerry Hughes has it. Still on his feet, inside the 20. He might go. He gets the final block, and Jerry Hughes takes it home. He came in for a snap against the Chargers in Week 12, and he'll man the offense for the final moments. Devin Singletary into the open field. Devin Singletary with an exclamation point for the Bills.
Here goes McKenzie at the 16, hang of 4-9. Look at him, he's breaking tackles and finds some daylight and broke another tackle, and he's off to the races. The punter to beat. Here comes McKenzie, zigging and zagging, vigilant chasing. That's a touchdown!
Brian Flores did, as I said, some of the tough decisions he made at the beginning of the year, switching to Tua, and then Sean McDermott, but he's
it's picked off. Grab right here, Josh Norman. It's a pick six.
On the line to Stephon Diggs. What a connection.
The backfield flanking Jackson. He stays in the block. Jackson fires, and that will be intercepted in the end zone by Johnson. Karen Johnson. And only Jackson can stop him now. Too late to the end zone. Touchdown.
So that we had a chance to talk to him a week ago when it was McCourty against McCourty. But you have a lot of respect for his career.
Oh, great block right there. And look at the broken tackles. Damian Harris bulldozing his way. Myers digging, turning. That is a touchdown. You might never see this season a better hard-earned run.
Yeah, they're on the top part of your screen. You can see all the way at the top.
They will try that run game here in a big hole. Devin Singletary, foot race. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Including a Ryan Fitzpatrick highlight toss to the sideline. Carr gets rid of it. Intercepted. Landon Roberts is going to go all the way. Touchdown, Miami.
Alone has really helped open up the offense.
On the move. A lot of time. Directing traffic. Gonna go deep. Has a man deep. It is caught for the touchdown. Corey Davis.
32 for 167. 3rd and 5, and that pass is intercepted. Micah Hyde's going to take it to the end zone.
Jones to the end zone, and it is juggled and caught for a touchdown. Hunter Henry.
Knew what he was doing. 3rd down and 9. Herbert intercepted, picked off. Phillips running down the sideline, and he's in. Touchdown, New England.
See Darnold's numbers there. Darnold with the key. Rolling, throwing it, overthrown, and it's intercepted. Picked off, and look out. This is Justin Bethel. Can they catch him from behind? They will not. Touchdown.
Again, nobody in the middle. They go there, and it's broken up. It's called a catch and fumble, and returned by Howard. In and out of the hands of Sammy Watkins, and Howard is in for the touchdown.
He's down at the bottom. You can go right back to him.
Single coverage. Allen does exactly that to the end zone. Diggs has it. Touchdown.
He's going to come back and play. They've got a date at Seattle coming up, and this is a pick by Kyle Van Noy. Throw it right to him, and Van Noy is in for the touchdown.
The Dolphins.
Flacco throw it. Down the middle, he's got it. Elijah Moore. The 20. The 10. The 5. Touchdown.
Tennessee still making it difficult on them to accumulate first down.
Now we are in the flurry stage of this snap. Pass, hauled in, Bourne redirects to the outside, still going. Kendrick Bourne breaks away. Touchdown, Patriots.
Extra offensive lineman in there on 3rd and 5.
pitch for Harris. Has the first down and breaks it. It's gone. Damian Harris threw everyone up the middle for the touchdown.
How valuable he could be.
Tua throwing this sideline and is picked to the end zone. Touchdown, Brandon Eccles.
Wilson takes a snapshot of the defense. Here they come on 3rd and 5. Wilson, boy, somehow escapes. He's going to run for it. First down, Jets. Wilson. Plenty of green grass. Wilson stays in bounds. He's still going. And he's in. Touchdown. Zach Wilson pulling a magic trick.
But the fact that you moved it to the 1-yard line and you look at Fatu Kasi, John Franklin Myers, and Quinton Williams not being there, that's probably why they did it.
Berrios plays it, a couple yards deep. Berrios shot out of a cannon. It's a foot race to the 20. Berrios is in. 103 yards for the Jets.
Here they come. Book able to get rid of it. Is picked off. Intercepted. Nick Needham into the end zone for the pick 6. Touchdown Miami. Andrew Van Ginkel got a piece to deflect it, and that's how it starts for young Ian Book.
Jones from the gun, 3rd and 2. It's picked. Intercepted. Coward. And he's in for the pick 6.
Play action. Allen. Deep downfield. Wide open. Touchdown, Emmanuel Sanders.
No first downs, just that one drive that was a quick one, and they go deep. They've got a man. It is Davis for his 2nd touchdown of the night.
Wow! You talked about quarterbacks, and these two are playing at such a high level. I actually thought Buffalo got stopped on 2 drives tonight for being a little too safe. We saw it on the last one. Well, they come right out, and they say, we're not going to be safe anymore. Have them come up on the inside, some of these guys.
Allen fires it. It's a wide open! Remarkable! Touchdown, Buffalo. Davis again.
Tannehill empties the backfield on 2nd and 13. Has some pressure. Throws. It's intercepted. Matt Milano. Pick 6. Buffalo.
Last week, the Pittsburgh defense did not do a good job inside in coverage against the Browns.
Double reverse. The pass to the end zone. Caught by Wilson from Braxton Berrios.
A trap play inside, and a beauty! Hall running free! Brees Hall inside the 10! He's gonna score! Touchdown, Jets!
Oh, this is not good. You called it DiCaprio. The Titanic might be happening for Kansas City here.
Here comes Allen with the keep and the leap! Oh, what a run by Josh Allen!
I mean, he's an alien.
We're watching 2 teams seemingly headed in opposite directions, but a win for Denver, they feel like they're right back in this thing.
2nd snap for Denzel Mims. He's in there. They go to the run game. Oh, look at the speed of Brees Hall. He's done it again. Brees Lightning, 62 yards for the touchdown.
I think it's really hard to evaluate and give the guy a fair shot.
And only 7 first downs today. Pass over the middle, picked off, tipped and picked off by Jonathan Jones to the end zone for the touchdown.
You've got to get in his face and get him to do something he doesn't want to do.
Here's Mostert with running room to the 10, the 5, touchdown.
From the 16-yard line, Marcus Jones. Got a block from Schooler. Here he goes. He's going to try to beat the punter. He does. He's gone. And that is a touchdown.
Are you kidding me, Kevin? The way this game has gone, and that's how this thing's going to finish.
So 2 fumbles tonight, 1 for each guy. And that's caught here. And Marcus Jones inside the 20. Marcus Jones down the sideline. Touchdown. So this guy plays special teams, defense, and by the way, can play offense as well, as you just saw.
Of course. Tough. Right, with pads on. Exactly. Yes. Well, here he is again in the run up the middle. He fights for the first down, but he lost the ball. Gilman kicked it out. It's still free. Tyreek's got to look out. Tyreek Hill might go. Tyreek Hill was right on the spot, and he's gone for a touchdown. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, Tyreek. The ball finds him.
What is going on around here? I've never seen a first half like that.
Offensive player advance for a touchdown.
On first down, it's Mostert with a carry again. Shedding tackles. Mostert down the sideline. He's got speed. And Mostert still on his feet, dragging Bills inside the 10.
New set of downs for Allen and the Bills. This is Singletary. Singletary with a hole up the middle. 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Buffalo.
To not really have to spend time on the double team and get to the next level, it opens up some huge lanes for these running backs.
3rd and 2. Cook. And here's Cook to the 10, to the 5, to the end zone.
Bridgewater guns it, intercepted, picked up by Kyle Duggar, works the sideline, stutter step move from Duggar, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. They have done it again. 39-yard return. 7th defensive touchdown of the season.
And I know this is your time. You'd like to keep us updated.
Yeah, we'll keep everybody posted on Pittsburgh and Cleveland. Miami and the Jets were underway as New England decided to defer after winning the toss. And here's Hines on the run back, breaking a tackle and taking it past midfield. And down the sideline he goes. This is storybook. An opening kickoff return for Damar Hamlin. And this place is absolutely going wild.
Have been in control of that game throughout. Again, Cincinnati could move up to the 2. And Buffalo could fall back to the 3 if the Bills lose here. Cincinnati goes on to a win, which you might expect. Baltimore short-handed. Here comes Hines again.
Oh my goodness! Can he do it twice? Is this for real? Can you believe it? Even a little Dion strut to the end zone. 101 yards.
Garrett Wilson. Wow! What a catch! Touchdown, Jets! That kid's amazing.
There is no way he caught that.
Sam Martin corrals the snap. It's a short punt. Gibson on the return. Near side. I don't see any flags. Gibson inside the 30. Hits the Jets. And he's gonna go! Jets win it! Touchdown, rookie Xavier Gibson. Game over.
The Miami Dolphins pick out 12 yards after that interception/punt.
And he sees those double teams all the time with the great gunners in the history of the league. Mostert takes off and goes the distance for the touchdown. So the Patriots defense sees Mostert pull off the biggest run of the night.
3rd down 10. 32, White going deep. Oh, he's got Chosen! Beating Surtain for 6. The former Robbie Anderson, now Robbie Chosen. 62 points for the Dolphins.
Dolphins are in that company.
That's regular season. 2nd down and 2. A-Chain, big hole. Turns it on, accelerating. You can kiss him goodbye. 69 points on a 67-yard touchdown run by A-Chain. His 2nd rushing touchdown and his 4th today.
Quinton Williams shaken up, holding his right side. And on 1st down, play action. Over the top they go. And he's got Brown. Pharaoh Brown stretches out. And it's a touchdown, New England. Wow.
Bills fans on their feet, making noise on this 3rd down. Howell. And it's intercepted. What a play. Epinesa is going to go. First career interception for A.J. Epinesa, and it's a pick 6 for the big guy.
Yeah, fair point, Aaron. 3rd down for the Pats here. Here's Jones. Has time to throw. Lofting Hunter Henry. One-handed catch. And a penalty, too. He might have been held. Terrific play from Hunter Henry. And now let's see what the flag is.
From the 24, on 1st down, a big hole for Achane, still going down the sideline. Devon Achane will take it all the way, 76 yards for a Dolphins touchdown. Dolphins have run 17 consecutive plays. You have the interception return for a touchdown in the middle. Now going deep to the far side, caught. It's Hill, touchdown. 69 yards.
On 1st down, it gave to Breece Hall. Right up the middle, and there he goes. Breece Hall into Denver territory. And he's got a hole pass to the end zone. Jets in front. 72 yards. This is the type of running back that Mike McDaniel likes. These underdog guys that have had to grind and prove themselves.
Some more misdirection. Tua slinging it to the end zone. It's caught. Tyreek Hill. Brilliant pass from Tua, and Miami strikes back.
1:18 to go, opening quarter. Wilson on 1st down over the middle. And that one is caught by Breece Hall with a flag down. Hall blockers in front, still going. Breece Hall will take it. Now will it stand? If it does, it's a 50-yard touchdown. But there's a penalty marker down back at the 41.
Illegal contact. Defense number 28. That penalty is declined. Dolphin plays. Touchdown.
Oh, what?
From the 35, Stevenson, 1st down and more. Ramondre Stevenson still going. Chased by Curl. Stevenson into the end zone. 64 yards for a New England touchdown.
That Hill, bottom of the screen, wide right. Tua looks, throws, picked off at the 27-yard line. Eccles, touchdown. Boy, this place has had nothing to cheer about. And we'll see what Boyle, how far he can throw it, if indeed he throws it, or they try a lateral or whatever here. Meanwhile, he just tries to get away from everybody, throws it into the end zone, into a lot of traffic, and there's a pick on the other side. And coming back from the end zone is Holland, and Holland is out to midfield, and Holland is inside the 40, and Holland is inside the 20. Can you believe this? That is insanity. Big hole. Going to the end zone. Icing on the cake. Touchdown Mostert.
Rookie is lined up wide. The rookie out of Kentucky, their third running back. Oh, he threw it right to Van Ginkel. Goodbye. Another defensive touchdown for the Dolphins. Back-to-back weeks. Here comes a blitz from Washington. Trying to get to Tua. One-on-one. Hill. He found it. He's gone. Another long touchdown for Tyreek. This one for 60 yards.
Levis from the end zone. Four-man rush. Ball throws right into traffic, and it's intercepted. Zach Sieler with a pick six.
The offensive line has had a big reason why this running game has stalled.
Here is Hall, shot out of a cannon, and he will score.
You'd think the Jets would be in trouble offensively against this Browns defense, but maybe a low-scoring game. Browns offense continue to shine.
Off play action, a little flip there, and then it's picked off. That's Jermaine Johnson is going to take it all the way to the end zone. So in dire need of something great to happen, the Jets get just that.
Jalen Reagor will get the kickoff from Tyler Bass. It's the Pants. It's the Bills. He'll take it from the 2. Reagor up the middle. Blocked by Slater. Gets by the kicker. He's going to go. It's a foot race with Bass. You can kiss him goodbye. Touchdown. 98-yard kickoff return. Reagor and New England. Nickel secondary, 3rd and 11. They need the 45. Zappi blitzes on. Intercepted. Picked off by Douglas. Breaking tackles. Got a block. Finds a gap. He is gone.
The Jets hoping to finish off this game as Hall carries again, gets a first down, motoring down the sideline. It's still going, and in for a Jets touchdown. And Breece Hall with the finishing touches.
So Miami will punt. Back-to-back possessions. Jake Bailey with a big punt. Sends Deontay Hardy all the way back to the 5. Has some space, takes off, look out, Hardy, gets a block downfield, Hardy's gonna go, he's in midfield, nobody's gonna catch him, Deontay Hardy, 95 yards. And the Bills' special teams brings them within a point of a tie game. 2nd and 1. Tua fakes it, takes the shot downfield for Hill. Got to come back. Tyreek got it inside the 10. Keeps running to the end zone. Touchdown, Tyreek. A flag comes down late, the contact as the ball was in the air. But Tyreek Hill, quiet in the first quarter. 2 plays into the end zone.
Josh steps up, and he's going to get the first down. Oh, and there he goes. No one's going to get him. Incredible. Breaks it for the touchdown. 52 yards.
Unbelievable. Josh Allen.
2nd and 9. Across the middle. Sherfield was not down. Shakir not down. Inside the 10. Oh, what an effort. The play of the night. Khalil Shakir broke away from, of all people, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
I can't believe it.